Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The front court trio of Pierce, Garnett, and Brook Lopez. Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2.
And up and down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
And that one's good. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Nelson with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Aflalo dishes to Nelson. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Harris. From deep three-point range, the shot is off. Excellent D there from Pierce. Well back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well just to steal one in Chicago and force a game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in one game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
The Magic trail by 10. Nelson with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And Vucevic kicks to Aflalo. Nelson back to Aflalo. The feed now to Davis. Poked loose.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my, I can't believe what I just saw. Did you see that? There was no need for the heave, and yet he still made it. Absolutely incredible.
Brooklyn leading by 7.
You know, last season, a tough one for Glenn Davis. First, a left shoulder sprain cost him to miss a month. Then a broken foot cost him the final 2.5 months, and he's hoping he can just stay healthy this go-round.
Nelson against Johnson. Nelson off the pick from Vucevic. Aflalo outside. Three-pointer, and it's good. And now it's just a 4-point Nets lead. And for Glenn Davis, in that foot injury at 6'9", close to 300 pounds, he does carry a lot of weight on those feet.
Sure does, you know, but that's his natural body type. And he's done some things with his diet to try to slim down and limit some of the wear and tear on his legs. But if he can maintain his health, Davis is always a guy who really provides a good, solid presence for his team.
Harris kicks to Nelson. Back to Harris. Goes up on the wing. Johnson outside. Garnett left side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Chance here now to see how the Nets ranked in the NBA last season. 10th in rebounding, 13th in field goal percentage. And for the team scoring numbers, not a strong point for them. Only top 20 in the league. This team needs to pick it up offensively.
And what stands out to me, Clark, with what you just talked about is the rebounds, because this is a very physical team. They like to try to bully their opponent at both ends of the floor. On the defensive glass, they were excellent. And then offensively, on missed shots, they really got after it and tried to get second chance points.
And the basket by Maxia.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Nelson, the pass to Aflalo. Dishes it to Nicholson. Harris against Johnson. Clock at 6. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. That one on Kirilenko.
Well, Tobias Harris last season, guys, sent from Milwaukee to Orlando at the trade deadline. I like this young man's game. He went from a reserve role to starter's minutes and remained very effective.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Jason Maxia. And back to Tobias Harris, now in his 3rd season in the league and still just 21 years of age.
And he's the player that Orlando insisted on in that trade with J.J. Redick. So the versatility they liked, the ability to have the skill set of a 3, but also be able to guard a 4. That type of kind of hybrid forward has become very popular in the NBA these days.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Magic trail by 4. Passes to Oladipo.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season, but you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers, so I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Turkoglu dishes to Oladipo. Back to Turkoglu. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season. But that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against LA. That was kind of revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
The Magic trail by 4. Nelson outside. He passes to Oladipo. Good. Nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Deron Williams.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Oladipo. Shot denied. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. "12 seconds left in the 3rd. The shot by Harkless, no good. Kirilenko kicks to Pierce. Joe Johnson on the wing. Shot from 16. The shot no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump.